Hey, it's Carl, and today we're going to talk about two things. One is a terrific new iPhone case, and two, it's a new wealth transfer product that allows you to pass more tax-free money onto your family with a money-back guarantee, and you'll see how it works in a second. So first, let's talk about the iPhone case. I used to have this big, thick, bulky case. It was heavy, it was thick, but I felt like my phone was protected, so I liked it, but eventually it just got to be too heavy and too thick to stick in my pocket. So I tried using the phone without a case for a while, and I liked it, but it almost felt like I was going to drop it or scratch it or something like that. Then I saw a video, which I posted a link below. You can watch the full review of this brand new case. It was done by Kickstarter, and the name of the case is called the Rhinoshield Crashguard. This is all it is, okay? It's some new kind of plastic and some honeycomb technology. It weighs 0.4 ounces. It's really thin, and you just snap it right on your phone. And if you watch that review, what sold me on it, the guy that reviewed it is literally dropping it from a ladder from 8 feet high or 10 feet high 20, 30 times, picks up the phone, starts it up, it works fine, nothing breaks, no scratches, nothing. On the actual company website, they drop it from 20 feet onto concrete and they pick it up and it's fine. So it's thin, it's minimal, it's light, it shows off your phone, there's no back on it, and it's just terrific. So if you're looking for a new iPhone case, or maybe your kids are or your grandkids are, I can't recommend this enough. I love it. It's only 25 bucks, and I'll put a link to the website beneath this video as well. So the Rhinoshield Crashguard. Okay, so that's the new iPhone case. Now let's talk about a new wealth transfer product. Okay, this is who it's for. Okay, let's say you're a 60-year-old female. Okay, and you have some money set aside in the bank, and you're probably never going to spend it, but you might. But you like having it there in case of an emergency. But it'll probably just pass down to the kids. But it's also there in case you need a long-term care or you get sick. So let's take a look at that. So you have $50,000 at the bank, and it's earning 1%, let's say. So if you die tomorrow, your family gets $50,000. If you need long-term care starting in a year or two, there's $50,000 there to pay for it, and it's only earning maybe 1% in the bank anyways. Or let's say you just want to go buy a new car. You have $50,000 there to buy the new car. Well, what this new wealth transfer product, it's called WealthMax, and what it did, all you're doing is moving money from one pocket to another. Okay, you can move the $50,000 from the bank into WealthMax. The biggest thing it has, it's called a return a premium rider, or a money back guarantee. You could move the $50,000 from the bank into the WealthMax, and the next week move your money out of there and back again. Your worst case scenario in this policy is you get back your $50,000. Now, it's also earning interest along the way, so odds are you'll get back more than 50, but you could, in 1 week or 1 year or 5 years or 10 years, your worst case scenario if you move the $50,000 from the bank to the WealthMax is you can move the $50,000 back to the bank anytime you want, no questions asked. It's called return a premium. As long as it's sitting in the WealthMax, for a 60-year-old female, the next day, it's worth $103,500 in a life insurance tax-free death benefit to your family. So here, if you die, your family gets $50,000, and the interest is taxable along the way. If you just move it over here and you die, your family gets $103,500 income tax free. And that's your worst case contractual guaranteed death benefit. This number can go up as well because you're earning interest over here. And again, remember, your worst case scenario, you can get your money back whenever you want. Let's say you need long-term care, okay? Over here, you have $50,000 to pay for long-term care. Over here, they base your payments, it's called an accelerated living benefit. They base your long-term care payments on the $103,500. And you can see the schedule of what those payments would be. So you're kind of equal here. You're earning a little interest here, you're earning a little interest here, money back guarantee. Your money blossoms to $103,500, the next day once the policy is in force, and you have extra money there in case you need long-term care as well. And just to give you an idea, at 1% interest, if you're earning 1% on this money, it would take you 74 years to turn $50,000 into $103,500. If you're earning 2%, it would take you 37 years to turn 50,000 into 103,500. And this is what you get the next day once the policy is in force. The numbers change depending upon your age. For a 60-year-old female, this number is 103,500. For a 70-year-old female, so 10 years older, the number is 81,000. For a 60-year-old male, this number is 93,000. For a 70-year-old male, this number is 73,500. And still, at a 70-year-old male with a $73,000 benefit here, that is at 1%. That still would take you 39 years to turn 50,000 into 73,500 if you're a 70-year-old male. So it's just a way to maximize your money, pass more money onto your family, and if you change your mind for whatever reason, something better comes along 5 years from now, or whatever reason, you can always get your 50 grand back. So that's called the WealthMax. What are some of the negatives of this thing? I came up with 4. One, it does require a lump sum, so you can't make $100 payments into something like this. So if you don't have a lump sum sitting somewhere, it's not going to do you any good. You need to be able to move some money. The minimum on it is $10,000. You could go up to $300,000 if you wanted to. Or you can actually look at transferring an old policy. It depends on the type of policy, but if you could either write a check or you might be able to transfer an old policy into this. The second negative, it is life insurance. Okay, they do have a 90% placement ratio. Okay, why is that? It's simplified issue. There's no medical exam. You don't have to go through any kind of crazy doctor type stuff. It's basically a phone interview and a few questions, and they issue the policy within a week. So it's simplified issue with about a 90% approval rate, but it is life insurance. You may get declined. The only way to know is actually apply for it, and then you'd know. Another negative, it does have some policy fees. They aren't that bad, and they don't affect these numbers. These are all net, but there are some policy fees that eat into your interest, but not into these numbers. And the last thing, I guess a negative would be the opportunity cost of your $50,000. You could go buy real estate, or you could go buy Google stock or something like that, and you could earn more interest than you could. But what you won't get, you don't have this instant doubling factor where you turn it into a $100,000 death benefit. But you do have to weigh the pros and cons of moving the $50,000. But another thing is, if something good does come along 3 or 4 years down the line, you have your money back guarantee. You can get your 50 grand back, no questions asked, and go invest in that. So those are some of the negatives. If this is interesting to you at all, okay, you just probably want to see an illustration on yourself to see what your numbers would be like, and then actually find out what it takes to get it. But it's really simple, and again, it's a simplified issue. 2 ways you could do that. One, just give me a call. We can chat on the phone. I'll get whatever information I need from you, and then we can email you an illustration. Or 2, just fill out the form right beneath this video. It's just your name, your age, the amount you want to see illustrated, a couple other things, and we'll email you an illustration as well. And then we can talk about it if you want. So great new iPhone case, and a really neat product to help people transfer more wealth onto their family, again, with a return of premium or money back guarantee. So take care till next time, and we'll see you then. Bye.